Welcome to day 21, and today I want to talk about face the discomfort of a blank page. And I don't mean this just about journaling, although that could be it. I wanted to talk to you about my tiger theory and my old slippers theory. So what this comes from is the discussion I had the other day about the cognitive scripts, making things up in your head that explain how to do things so that you build that sense of comfort. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Lecompte was saying that there are generally three categories of things that people do to respond to new situations and deciding how to make decisions for what they're going to do next. And one of them is the sequel, she calls it, the sequel theory, or the sequel cognitive script. And that is where we're trying to take something that happened in our past and turn it into the way we should do things in the future. Now, most of you can think about that right now of how the danger of that could be. It is helpful to do things the way you've done them in the past. There are things that you learned from how you did things in the past, but to constantly insist that things fit that framework is maybe not the best idea, because it will cause you to maybe limit yourself completely to what the possibilities would be. And that brings me to my first theory, which is the tiger theory. So let's assume you were born in India and a Bengal tiger was very much a part of your life. It could be sitting on a tree branch. I don't know if they do or not, but it could be sitting in a tree branch. It could be springing out on you as you walk down a path. And so you live your life always looking over your shoulder, just in case there's a tiger there, and you learn to recognize the signs. That's your past experience. But then you travel to New York, and you find that you are still looking over your shoulder, waiting for that thing that could hurt you to spring out at you again, even though there are no such tigers or opportunities like that to happen to you in New York. So that's what I call the old tiger theory, and we all do it. We have a bad relationship, and all of a sudden we're afraid to get hurt again because we're assuming that the tiger is going to follow us wherever we go. My other theory came from the practice of family law. I learned a statistic that after a family divorce or separation, a breakup of some kind, that men statistically got remarried within 1 year. And women statistically got married within 2 years. And I remember finding out about that statistic and then learning that the ones who waited beyond the 2-year period were the ones that had the more successful ensuing relationship. So I always counseled any divorce clients that I had to wait beyond that 2-year mark. And I remember that there was at least one that called me back specifically to tell me that she had followed my advice, that she had almost gotten remarried and then remembered what I had said about the 2 years, and instead waited. She says, and I'm so glad I did, because that first one would have been a disaster. Waiting 2 years was the happiest moment. And the reason for that is my old slipper theory. It is so easy for us to not accept change, to go back to that comfortable pair of slippers, because it is comfortable. It may be worn, the heels may be pushed in, but boy, we sure know how those slippers should work and feel. And so that's my old slipper theory. So we got the tiger theory, the old slipper theory, and those are comical ways that I came up with to amuse myself, what to explain about. Remember the dangers of using your past to predict your future behavior. Learn from it. Don't use it as a rigid model to follow in the thing. So those are my two theories. Instead, the idea is you should face the blank page, not necessarily use your past to create that path in the road that you're not going to deviate from, but to just face the blank page and feel whatever discomfort comes up, and then work toward discovering something new and different. If you want to go deeper and journal about this thing, then you can try approaching the issue about order and disorder. It's the need to feel order, and it might be something interesting today for you to go through the rest of your day and discover those moments when you are trying to impose order, and then to figure out what is about disorder that is discomforting to you. And that would be a really good thing to journal about. Meanwhile, here are the little babies who are making all this noise behind me. Oh my goodness, they're just wandering around because I'm standing right above one of their feed buckets. Well, that's my feet. That's not helpful, is it? So right here is where, oh my goodness, the food is. Anyway, sorry about that. It made you dizzy, I'm sure. So that was day 21, 3 weeks in, and I'm losing count of these days. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.